Hey, we're back from the Creepy Villain MMA show. I'm your host, Creepy Uncle Nick. And this is Dylan, the fucking party villain. We are now going to do our preview for UFC 136 because I'm going to be on a cruise in the middle of the ocean with a bunch of steam in.
So Jack for this card.
Yes, I know. This
in
is
Houston.
finally the rematch between our man Frankie the Answer Edgar, who is 13-1-1 with wins over BJ Penn twice, Sean Sherrick, Hermes Franca, and Matt Don't Call Me Beach. And he's got a loss to Gray Maynard and a draw to Gray Maynard, and he's going to be going against Gray Maynard.
As you can see, punching Frankie Edgar in the face. Has a record of 11 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest to Robert Emerson. Has wins over Kenny Kenflo Florian, Nate Diaz, Roger El Matador Huerta, Jim Miller, Dennis Seaver, and has a win over Frankie Edgar by unanimous decision.
I like this fight a lot. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I'm going with Gray the Bully Maynard because he's beaten him once already. He's beaten him twice already. That first fight, or that second fight, was an ass kicking. He should have finished it, and I think he's going to finish it this time. He hits too hard. He's way too strong for Frankie Edgar. They both have great wrestling, but Maynard is just too strong. Edgar's got way better boxing, I think, and way better movement, but I don't think it's enough. It wasn't enough for the first round of that last fight, was it?
I say Gray Maynard has a power advantage on that one.
Definitely.
I'm going with Frankie Edgar because I think his movement is outstanding. I say it's the best in the lightweight division. He has really...
Oh, Clay Guida's.
Yeah. Frankie Edgar, I'm going with Frankie Edgar because I think he's going to pick him apart in his striking, but he's got to watch out for those big shots. He has to keep circling, use his movement, and take advantage of taking him down when he's Gray Maynard's a little off track. So I'm going with Frankie Edgar on this one. I can't wait for this fight to get over with so that our boy Clay Guida can get the title shot.
Yes, indeed. It would be. You know what? It'd suck if this went to a draw or if it was some controversial one again.
I don't think they'd do the match again.
I hope not, because 3 is enough. Next is going to be for the title for 145, which is going to show our man Jose Aldo, who just completely destroyed Mark Hominick. And he also completely destroyed Manny Gambarian, and he also destroyed Uriah Faber and Mike Brown and everybody else that he's faced. He's 19-1. We don't even know who his one loss is because it was so long ago and it doesn't even count. Jose Aldo is a man beast, but he will be going against a freaking veteran in Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ken Florian, he's a great Kenny Florian. He's 16-5, has wins over Diego Nunes, Takanori Gomi, Joe Stevenson, and has a win over Clay Guida, and his losses to Diego Sanchez, BJ Penn, and Gray Maynard. This should be a great fight for Jose Aldo and for the featherweight division.
I think this is going to be fight of the night, man. Jose Aldo can bring it, man. I know his last fight against Mark Hominick, he looked a little gassed or winded in, actually. But if you've seen any of his previous fights, that's not typical Jose Aldo. He's a beast. I'm going with Jose Aldo. Kenny Florian is really good, and he chokes all the time in big fights. He choked in this fight
against Gray Maynard
for the title shot. Yes. Sean Sherrick too.
Yeah. And you know what? For Kenny Florian, this is, if he doesn't win this title shot, I don't know if he'll get any more. He's already had 2 title fights at 155. If he doesn't get at 145, I don't know how much longer. I just don't see him ever getting another title shot. So he's really got to make the most of this.
Yeah, and I kind of question his the weight cutting for him. I don't know if might make him a little bit drawn out. And even though it didn't look like it in his last fight, each time is different, and you don't want to be any sort of drawn out against Jose Aldo. So I'm picking Jose. You are picking?
I'm picking Jose as well, but I do like Kenny Florian.
I do too. I think he's very talented, and I think he's a great fighter. And I can't wait to watch this fight.
And he's a great MMA analyst, which we really want to be.
Yeah.
We look up to him.
I am a great MMA analyst.
He's a great striker. So is Jose Aldo.
Yeah, and he's got great submissions. He's really well-rounded.
They're really the same. Both of them have really good leg kicks. I said Jose's a little bit better, just a little, and their striking is just phenomenal.
Also, Jose doesn't choke in big fights.
Exactly. But their ground games are very similar. I'm going with Jose. Just because I definitely think he's one of the top 5, top 3 pound for pound fighters. So I'm going with Jose.
Next fight is another fight I'm looking forward to, which pits Chael, the asshole Sonnen, who is 26-10 and 1 draw, with big wins over Nate, the Good Marquardt, Yu Shinokami, Dan Miller, and Paula Hilo, and 1 loss to Anderson Silva and Damian Maia. But he was kicking Anderson Silva's ass. Everybody knows that. Yes. Look, he's even beating him in the stand-up. He's going against
the All-American Brian Stann, which looks like Chris Leben is trying to grab his junk.
Yeah. He's begging for help. Help me out. And Brian Stann's like, I'm just going to bash your little fucking Kool-Aid head.
It was 11-3, with wins over, as you can see, Chris Leben, Jorge Santiago, and Steve the Robot Cantwell. As losses to top guy Phil Davis and Christoph Steve. This is a great fight for the middleweight division. What do you think?
I'm struggling with this one a little bit because Brian Stann really, I've been impressed with him lately. His stand-up looks awesome. He knocks out everybody. Almost all of his wins are by knockout. And I question his ground game, and I know Chael's going to test it. I always take a good wrestler over, and the other thing is Stann doesn't have the great submission game that usually gets Chael beat. You know, that's how Anderson beat him. That's how Damian Maia. That's how everybody beats him. I'm going to go with Chael the asshole on this one. Because, I don't know, man. I just really badly want to see that fucking rematch with Anderson Silva, and I think that's going to go through the All-American Brian Stann, who I really like and I really respect, but I don't think he's got the submission game or the ground game to beat Chael, and I think Chael will take it there.
Good points. I'm going with Chael Sonnen, too. Brian Stann is a great striker. He hits really freaking hard. Chael Sonnen is a great wrestler. We'll see if we can take him down in that fight. Chael Sonnen, like you said, everybody wants to see the rematch between Sonnen and Silva. So I think Sonnen's going to win. But I can see Brian Stann getting a title shot in the near future.
And if he knocks him out, you know, like, he might deserve that title shot, to be honest with you. He's beaten a lot of good fighters lately, and I can see it, you know.
Yeah,
there's really not that. Yeah, Anderson Silva's already beaten most everybody in 185, so if he knocks him out or, you know, beats him, I wouldn't mind seeing Brian Stann go for the title. That'd give me another guy to root for against Anderson Silva. All right, next guy we have Mike the Athlete Russo, who is 14-1 with wins over John Madsen, Todd Duffy, after getting his ass kicked for a few rounds and all of a sudden right in the face and Duffy went down, and Justin McCulley, and he's got a loss a long time ago to Sergey I can't say this guy's last name. Caratana, that's it.
He also has a win over a top-rated Jason Guida.
And he's going against our man,
Dave Pee-wee Herman.
21-2.
And 21-2 has wins over John Olaf Einemo, Don Fry,
Josh Barnes, Ron Waterman, and Alofta Sokaju.
Really?
Yeah, that sucks. How do you lose to Sokaju? He's not even in your same weight class. I'm gonna go with Dave Herman. It's hard to go against a guy who's obviously such a gifted athlete like Mike Russo. He obviously spends a lot of time in the gym, but I'm gonna go with Dave Herman because I like to say Pee-wee. That's it.
Dave Herman is really skinny. Mike Russo not so much. Mike Russo has a chin. He took some shots from Duffy.
Did he? Well, I look too impressive against Duffy, though. And Duffy's not really what I would consider a top heavyweight, you know?
Yeah. I'm going with Dave Herman. He hits hard, but he's got to hit really hard to knock out this dude.
And Dave Herman's got good stand-up, so I'm going to go with him as well.
Yeah.
Next, it is the young assassin, Melvin Gaylord. As you can see, getting ready to fist some dude. Hey, what's up, Joe Lozon? Jeez, what the hell is that all about? Who is 46-9-3 with 1 no contest. This guy has fought a lot. He's been on a terror rate lately with big wins over Shane Roller, Evan Dunham, Jeremy the Little, Even Stevens, and a shit ton more. They've been fighting so much that I can't even stand to look them all up. And his most recent loss is to Nate Diaz. Look out, 155. Nate Diaz is back. And he is going to be going against one of my favorite fighters. I don't know why I like this guy so much, but I do. Joe Lozon.
Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
Who's 20-6, has wins over Kurt the Warburton, our boy Jason Reinhardt, Gabe Rudiger, Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens, and very talented Jens Palmer. And has losses to Sam Stout, Kenny Florian, and George Papadopoulos.
This one is, oh man, I really want Joe Lozon to win because I like Joe Lozon. I don't see that happening though. Melvin Gaylord is a beast. Yes, he's fast, he hits hard, he's athletic, he's got good wrestling. Yeah, he's kind of a penis, but he's good. And I'm gonna go with the young assassin. I'm sorry, Joe Lozon, if you actually watch this, which I seriously doubt you do. I'm sorry, I want you to win, but you got crabs on your shoulder, man. I don't know if you see that, but they make a special little brush for that. Do something about it, man.
I'm going with the young ass too. Melvin Gaylord, stand-up is very good. He's a huge 155.
He's short, but he's like freaking muscle, man.
Yeah, and both of them have a great similarity. They both kicked Gabe Rudiger's ass.
Yes.
Joe Lozon just destroyed him. Armbarred him first round in front of Boston, his hometown, and Gaylord,
that was a punch to the stomach, wasn't it?
Yes. That was awesome.
Yeah. Spike TV Fights. Damian Maia is going against Jorge Santiago. Damian Maia is 14-3, and Jorge Santiago is 23-9. This is a tough fight for me. I'm going to go with Damian Maia because he's proven. Jorge Santiago, since he's been in the UFC, is not done so much.
I'm going with Maia too. His submission game is awesome, but you haven't seen a submission finish lately.
Yeah.
But I'm not going with Santiago because it says that he has lost to Manny Gambiering, who is fighting at 145, and Santiago is fighting at 185.
That's a good point, man. No offense to Manny Gambiering, because you are a little anvil, but
yeah.
This next fight that is also on Spike is probably the fight that I'm looking forward to most, to be honest with you. And I'm going to miss it. Anthony Pettis from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who is awesome.
We have his autograph.
Yes, and he's a nice guy to us in person. I mean, I had that effect on fighters because I can be intimidating. Look at how tight my fucking shirt is. This is a double extra large. He's 11-2, and he's going against Jeremy the Little Heathen Stevens, who's 20-6. Jeremy Stevens is awesome. You got the stats on those guys.
He just fought Danny Downs from Milwaukee and has wins over Marcus Davis, Sam Stout, Justin Buttholes, Rafael Dos Anjos, and Cole Miller. And Anthony Pettis has wins over Ben Smooth Henderson.
Ben Badge Henderson.
Shane Roller and Denny Castillo, but has losses to Bart Alashewski and Clay Guida.
Never heard of him.
This is going to be an awesome fight.
I'm going to go with Anthony Pettis on this one, only because his stand-up is freaking crazy. He's going to kick you from every direction, and he's fast. I don't know how good of a wrestler Jeremy Stevens is, to be honest with you. All I see of him is going balls to the wall and fast.
I love that.
Yeah, I love it too. And but I just think Pettis' attack is a little bit more dynamic, so I'm going to go Pettis for the other.
I'm going with Pettis too. He's a bad man.
Check us out on Facebook, motherfuckers. Peace.
There you go.